Hello my dear friend, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, this is Juni's Plan With Me. I make pop-up bullet journal every month, and for July, as you can see, we're going to do a whale theme. For the cover page, it may look a little bit complicated, but I'm actually using a basic V structure which I'll explain step by step very soon, and it's one of the easiest mechanics. So if this is your first time trying pop-up, grab some paper, a scissor, some glue, and join me for today's video. Or you can just grab a cup of tea and some snacks, sit back and enjoy. Before today's BUJO journey, I want to thank Notebook Therapy for sponsoring today's video. As some of you may know, I've been using their Crystal Night Edition notebook for my current bullet journal and I really love it. I purchased it by myself and made a review video, which I'll leave the link in the right up corner and the description if you want to find more detail about it. If you don't know Notebook Therapy, they're a lovely online stationery store inspired by East Asian culture. You can find notebooks, stamps, stickers, pencil case, and a lot of other cute things there, with worldwide free shipping. I actually first found out about them with its Gentle Giant edition, which is their third Suki design to launch and also one of my personal favorites. Notebook Therapy are so kind to also send me the other two newly released ocean themed journals along with the whale one. By the way, one of them will be given away to one of you guys, so stay until the end and you'll find out how to win it. Here we have the Dolphin Days in Tail Blue, Playful Ochre in black, and Gentle Giant in dark blue. All the covers are made with leghorn leather but different textures. I am an ocean lover and I care about the marine lives too. It is really nice that for this ocean collection, Notebook Therapy will donate a portion of the proceeds to the Blue Marine Foundation and Save the Whale. Both charities are working on restoring the ocean and conserving marine animals. I also want to introduce this washi tape collection they just released, made out of SFC certificate materials. It comes with 3 cute shiny stickers and 10 washi tapes. I also have the Sakura version, which is their first washi tape sets, I believe, and I love how they always include this stamp design in it. And the Rinbang journal is also a surprise because I've never seen this design anywhere else with 160 GSM paper. It comes with 100 pages and slightly smaller than A5 size. It could also be used as notepad, and the cover is recyclable cardboard. The next is this pop-up pencil case, made out of soft corduroy and feather legging as well. There are 2 color options in the ocean collection, and this one I have here is matching the black ochre journal. What's great about it is the design allows you to slide it up and make it longer, even enough for tumble-do brush pen, so it's perfect for carrying along the bullet journal supplies you have. I already have one in paint color, so this one will be also given away today. Notebook Therapy tries to make sure their products are friendly to all parts of our planet. Every bullet journal cover and pencil case zip, right down to the printing ink, is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. And they're constantly improving to find better way to reduce the use of plastic, which is why most of the items comes with gift box. And I personally like to use them as storage box because they're also pretty high quality. And if there's plastic packaging, it can be taken to your local recycle center to recycle. Besides this ocean collection, Notebook Therapy has more other themes, and one of my favorite is the Sakura designs. Feel free to check out their website to find more awesome products, and don't forget to use my coupon code JUNISUN10 or my affiliate link in the description box. I'll receive a small amount of commission fee while you save 10% off on your purchase, and I really appreciate it. So inspired by Notebook Therapy's ocean collection, I decided to go with this whale theme for my July bullet journal. I actually did one ocean theme last June, and it's still one of my favorite setup because I remember putting a lot of effort into it. And that's probably the only time I drew human in my journal. Well, to be more accurate, half human because it's mermaid. And of course there's a weekly spread full of whales because I just love them. But this year I focus more on pop-up, as you already know, and if you're interested in rose bouquet, coffee cup, cherry blossom, picnic basket, or lotus flower pop-up, don't forget to check out my previous Plan With Me videos. And as always, let me introduce the new stickers in my online shop before we start today's BUJO journey. There are 2 whale stickers with zodiac sign clouds, 1 seashell sticker, 1 washi tape set, and 1 Disney wig sticker. You can also find a mini calendar page if you choose the digital download. Everything is in my online shop at juniesunstudio.com, and I hope you can find something you like if this size is not matching your taste. Okay, now let's work on the pop-up. This time I didn't prepare a template ahead of time because I want to do it here step by step with you. And I'm actually using the page I cut from my notebook. The dots will be really helpful if you don't have a compass. Step 1 is to fold a long piece of paper in the middle. Cut a triangle away from one of the folding end. Here I just use the dots as reference and the angle is roughly lined up with 1 to 3. The final result will be different depends on this part and the angle where you glue it on the base, but we'll talk about it later. Here we also need to cut another 2 small triangles like what I'm showing you. The angle doesn't really matter, just make sure you give it enough space so we can fold the glue section up. Some design needs it to be in the front, some needs it to be hidden. Since I'm planning to draw something in the front, I decided to fold the glue section backward. The step 2 is to define the shape you want. I use a light blue brush pen to draw the rough ocean waves, then go ahead to apply watercolor on it. Of course, you can use whatever art media you like. Could be markers, brush pens, or any other pens. Doesn't have to be watercolor. Honestly, this is my first time drawing ocean. I'm sure there are a lot of good tutorials you can find online, but if you want to hear how I draw it, I just follow the curved guideline and use the brush tape and belly to give it different size of stroke randomly. Also, make sure to have different shades of blue to show the front and back relationships. And at the end, I use dark, thin line to highlight the dynamic feeling. Now let's cut it out. It's okay to leave some white space here and there because it looks more organic in my opinion. We'll glue it on the base later, but for now let's work on the second piece. This time I'm using a slightly longer paper, but same steps, fold it in half, cut the exactly same angle, fold the glue section and paint the waves on it. I actually didn't practice painting this ocean wave at all before today's filming, but hey, it doesn't have to be perfect. I have a lot of things going on in my personal life these days, and I really don't want making bullet journal to become a stressful thing. So if you love making things perfectly, that's fine, but also remember, don't be so hard on yourself. I mess up things too, for example the 2 waves on the left. I really didn't like them and I was thinking to redo it, but it's okay, we can fix it with something else later. Like I always said, bullet journal should be something that serves you, and it's okay to be not perfect sometimes. So from here, you can keep adding layers if you want. They're all the same basic wavefold structure, so just make sure all the angles are the same, then you can apply it on a lot of other designs like forests with multiple layers of trees. Here I also want to add a separate piece in front of the right side of the wave. It's actually quite simple. Instead of using the wavefold, it just needs some help from the middle layer. I'll explain it in a second, but first let's finish painting and cutting. Oh, I also want to add some gold elements, so I use Uniball gel pen to emphasize some wave structure. By the way, I'll leave the link of all the supplies I use in this video in the description box down below for you. After refining the details, it's time to set it up on the notebook. Make sure the folding points stay in the middle binding line, then glue one side on first. The final look will be different depends on the angle you choose here. I just use the dots as reference again, and it's 1 to 2 if you like how mine turned out. Then put glue on the other side and close the notebook to set it up. Same method, let's glue the second piece on. Use 1 to 2 angle again so all the layers can be parallel. As for the front layer, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to make a connection piece from the middle layer as help. I also colored it in dark blue and glue another piece under it as support. If the paper you're using is strong enough, you can skip this part. So basically, it's a long rectangle with both ends as glue section, and when you place the front layer on, make sure it's parallel to the middle one. Remember to close the notebook to test it out before moving to the next step. And of course, you can add more layers on the left side or wherever you want. Now the base part is done. It's time to invite our waves in. Here I'm using the ones I drew for my sticker, except I made them bigger for the cover page. And of course, I always love using some help from this thick plastic, which is called polycarbonate paper. The glue I'm using is the dot glue, which is not super sticky, so I can readjust the position if I don't like it. Just simply apply it on both ends of the plexi piece, and for our first wheel, I like to have it in the center of the back wave. As for the rest, just place them wherever you want. And we're almost there. Right now I'm trying to add some wave on the journal so the glue part looks more natural. This is my first time doing watercolor pop-up directly on my journal, but I'll create a digital version of the template in my online shop, so feel free to check it out. After merging the title July into it, I also want to apply the same gold element everywhere, as you can see. Now our pop-up cover page is pretty much done. The waffle structure is pretty easy and can be applied in other cases too. I'll be so happy if you want to create this design or get inspired by it. If you plan to post your beautiful work on Instagram, don't forget to tag me at Junie Sun Xiaomei in the description and on the post, so I won't miss it. Moving on to the monthly view page, I'll be mainly using Tumble 526 and 491 for this spread setup. The calendar here I'm doing is 5x5 dots for each day. If you're also using A5 notebook, I think it's a good size to leave top space for title and side space for note. On top of it, I applied this dot washi tape from Notebook Therapy for the days in week. Then I use postcard white marker to write down Monday to Sunday, as well as the dates. There's some space left on the left up corner, so I decided to use it as my YouTube and Instagram tracker. As for the leftover space, why not use some stickers to fill it up? Then for the right edge, I want to make a Dutch door, and the shape will be defined by the seashell stickers I'm applying on right now. Sometimes I receive comments asking me to show more drawing in my video. Well, this time I remember to film the process, but I don't want this video to be so long, so I'll include it in my vlog later. I feel like I've been making Dutch door a lot in this journal and I really enjoy it. It's such a simple way to make it more fun. And usually I'll save the cutaway page for my pop-up experiment or fixing mistakes, so it won't be a waste. On the back of this Dutch door, I'm going to use it for my personal project, and I know I spelled the word project wrong. I only realized it when I read the script for the voiceover. Well, as a non-English native speaker, I can find all the excuses for this mistake. But luckily, fixing it won't be hard, especially I just cut away some empty paper from the Dutch door. As for the right side, I save it for my monthly goal and to-do list, then apply some washi tape on the edge. It's a little bit empty on the back, so I also put a sticker there. The next is mood tracker. I had a few ideas like 31 seashells or the belly of the whale, if you know what I'm talking about. But eventually I decided to go with this ocean wave design. It's been a while since I used this magic circle maker last time, and every time I showed it, I always got questions about it. So I'll also leave the link to this product in the description if you need it. Now I'm going to color in the tail of the whale with watercolor. To be honest, I'm not sure if I draw exactly 31 straps for the 31 days because I usually like to add in the number on the day, but I leave some space in the circle so I can add in more if I need to. Then for the legend, I just go with 2 shades of blue, 1 empty and 1 beige color. And hopefully by the end of this month, the wave can be all blue. On the right side, I'll use it as my daily log. I used to have a separate journal to track every single hour in my day, but I combined it into my bullet journal since this April, and I think it's working pretty well. I know the process could be annoying and tedious, but if you think you're not good at estimating time spent on each task, like me, or have no idea how time flies, this could be a good thing to try. Or you can use it as productivity tracker so you know how many hours you're actually being productive in the whole week or in the whole month. For me, I use it for tracking my work hours, relaxing time, cooking and eating time, workout hours, and the time I spend on reading books. By doing that, I can also see the progress of me improving my daily schedule and exact how many hours I spent on workout and book reading besides only using habit tracker. Then the next page is my burn dump. For this spread, I want to make it really simple, and the idea comes from the postcards I sent during my Hawaii trip, my super delayed honeymoon. Me and my husband also sent one to each other back home, which means it's from the same post office and going to the same address, but we're not allowed to see the letters until it arrives home. And the stem washi tape from Noble Therapy is perfect for this page setup. Oh, by the way, we didn't get to see the wheel during the Hawaii trip because it's not the right time. Technically, they could show up between September to May, but a local friend told us the best chance in Hawaii is in March. Anyway, it doesn't change the fact how much I love them, and I actually share some cool things about whales in my last year's Stream Weekly BUJO setup if you're interested. After placing the stamps on this spread, I also used Pigma Macron 01 fine liner pen to outline the edges. Obviously, I didn't do a good job on this part because I have to avoid placing my head between the table and the camera. I know you can do a better one. I also place this shiny wave washi tape on the bottom and then fill up the rest space with my stickers. And finally, we're on the weekly spread. You may notice that I haven't done the happy tracker yet. That's correct. This month, I'm going to combine it with my Dutch door weekly setup. I tried out using mood tracker on the top cutaway section in May and I really love it. So here I'm going to do another top half Dutch door design, and honestly, this one turns out so good that I may list in my top 3 favorite Dutch door I've ever made. So I started with drawing some waves in the middle of the page, leave enough space on the top for the happy tracker, then cut away the top 1/3 of the right page. Well, you can see I already did a wheel pencil guide on the next page, but we'll get there soon. Right now, I'm going to work on the weekly layout first. There are 4 days on the first week, so it gave me some space on the left side and I decided to use it for my gratitude. Then for the rest, I'm actually copying my own design from the setup I did in May because it works very well for me. Each day is one column with 7 dots plus a note section at the end. After applying some washi tape on the left down corner, let's move on to the next page. Same layout except for this page, I draw in a whale jumping out of the water surface. There will be more pages after this, so in order to get the best effect, you may want to plan the whale's location ahead of time, so there will be a little bit overlay, but not everything will be covered. And you may notice that I forgot to write the dates on it. Yes, I totally forgot about it and I didn't even remember to fix it after filming. So yeah, just ignore that little mistakes because you have to bear with me until the end since I forgot to do it on every single weekly spread. Anyway, now I'm cutting away the top Dutch door section so you can see how it's going to be. From here, every page is similar and you can also change the drawing based on your theme. As for the last page, I save it for my monthly summary. And it's not done yet. I haven't forgotten the happy tracker, have you? So I'm going to apply my mini calendar sticker on the top area of the Dutch door and it can perfectly fit in 5. You can also use the X and Y axis design if you prefer that layout or if you have more than 5 habits to track. For the final touch, I'm going to add the gold elements on all the weekly spreads to match the previous ones. As I'm doing that, I want to give a special thank you to my new Patreon members. Kristen, Tracy, Alicia, May, Stephanie, and Samantha. Thank you so much for your support and love, I really appreciate. I know I say the same thing every time, but I really mean it. In my Patreon community, you can find digital download of my BUJO setup, monthly wallpaper, chance to vote for my future contents, behind the scenes, and more bonus content. But of course, if you're here watching this video on YouTube, it also means a lot to me. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. And here comes the final flip through. This month's theme is inspired by the ocean collection from Notebook Therapy and my recent trip to Hawaii. Speaking of which, it is so sad that my action camera broke the day before we went snorkeling, so basically I didn't get any cool footage from that trip. Otherwise, I would love to share some of them with you today. Anyway, July is the last month I can fit in this notebook and I'm so excited to start a new one. And I also want one of you to have this ocean theme bullet journal as well. So for the giveaway, I prepared the black ochre notebook and the black pencil case for you. In order to enter it, subscribe to my channel, click like on this video, and leave comments down below with the ocean wave emoji. If you're using computer watching this video, I also accept the word wave if that makes it easier for you. I'll also hold another giveaway with notebook therapy on my Instagram very soon, so remember to follow me to find out more detail about it. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing July. Bye!